The most captivating thing about a piece of art is the meaning behind it. Knowing more about what you're looking at and what was going on in the world or what was going on with that artist in particular can create a much more enjoyable experience when it comes to looking at a piece of art of any type. I have chosen to do my speech on Vincent van Gogh's oil painting, The Potato Eaters. The subject matter in this piece is very naturalistic and realistic. It shows ordinary people doing ordinary things. This is a darker painting. It uses very warm colors. It's very symmetrical throughout and has more of a calming sense to it because of what is going on. The harsh light and green hue of the painting stick to the reality that the people of Ireland were going through in the 19th century. Vincent van Gogh uses very earthy tones, such as greens and browns, yellows and grays, to look more like what was going on in the world at that time. Like the color of a potato, that dark, dusty brown color, is the painting that draws those colors out. And then you can see more of the meaning that is behind them. This painting shows 5 people sitting around a shabby square table. The only light in the room is from the oil lamp above, shining down on their faces, showing that their fingers are very bony and dirty, and each one is wearing a hat. The pictures on the wall are kind of crooked as if they're falling off, not hung well. The place they are at is not well furnished and just very dim overall. You can tell that they were very poor peasants and that they worked very hard for what they had. It shows 3 women and 2 men sitting around this table. They look like they're passing food, which looks like potatoes, and one of the women is facing the front, and she looks like she's pouring out of a tea kettle coffee or some type of tea, something warm for them to drink while they eat together. They're looking at each other as though they're enjoying each other's company, because that is something that ordinary people do. Sit around a table, you don't think about money all the time or where you're at or if you need more. At that time, they're just enjoying each other's company and enjoying the moment, is what it looks like in this photo. One of the main reasons I chose this is because of the stuff that was going on in the world at that time. In Ireland during this time, they were going through a great famine. It was a time of mass starvation within the years of 1845 to 1849. This was one of the deadliest disasters in Ireland, actually the second. The death toll was nearly 1 million to 1,005,000 deaths that were calculated. There was a disease type of a fungus organism that ruined half the potato crop and 3/4 over the next 7 years. Another very interesting fact that I learned about this photo is that it was stolen twice. In 1989, there were thieves that nabbed the early version of this work from the Kroller-Müller Museum, along with 2 other very famous paintings, Weaver's Interior and Dried Sunflower. The final version, The Potato Eaters, it was part of a 20-piece set of artwork that was stolen from the Vincent van Gogh Museum in 1991. Both have since been retrieved and are on display. This was an extremely interesting thing to do. I know some about Vincent van Gogh, but this was one I never really knew much about or knew more of the meaning that was behind it, which made it more interesting to me. In conclusion, there is more when you look at something. Don't just look at the front. Just like you would look at a person, get to know them, get to know that piece of art, know what was going on with the artist at the time or what was going on in the world at the time to truly appreciate that piece more than you ever could. Thank you.